All right, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about crypto markets. We're going to be talking about a little bit what's going on in Dubai and around the world generally, how this could affect crypto or markets in general. We'll be answering your questions, and I'll be telling you about how much of an amazing time I just had at Crypto Expo Europe in Romania. But before I begin, let me know where you're tuning in from and, as always, what you are drinking. Today I am drinking black Greek coffee along with sparkling Greek water. Let me know what you're drinking and where you're watching from, because we are in interesting times. We are living interesting times. A lot is going on. There's a lot of 4D, 5D chess going on. And the victims, basically, we are it. But we also have opportunity to change our life, or at least be able to protect our lives when it comes financially, when it comes to finance. Because a lot of things are going to dump, a lot of things are going to pump, a lot of things are going to dump, then pump, and a lot of things, you get the drill. So let me know where you are tuning in from. And as always, remember to ask your questions in the chat to the side and the comment section down below, because I will be answering as many questions as you may have. Whatever these are, it doesn't matter. You might like me, you might hate me. It could be about crypto, it could be about whatever. Sex, I'm very good when it comes to sex. Bold people in general can answer sexually explicit questions at ease. So you can ask, girlfriend troubles, boyfriend troubles, whatever. When your crypto is down, everyone has significant other trouble. So go ahead, let me know in the chat below. I'm seeing Chuck drinking black coffee, no mushrooms. Usually it's with mushroom tea or something like that, but yes, I get it. Black coffee is always good. Atlanta, I'm seeing Coulizon Colons. I'm killing your name here, I know. Tuning in from Atlanta. I hope you've been doing great, Paul. Future looks like a couple of months. Yeah. We'll talk about that as well. Well, let's look at the charts. Let's talk about the charts. Let's look at the Bitcoin charts, some altcoin charts. Tell you about what I see is going on in the market generally. Then I will be answering your questions. And yes, Harley, you could just call me doctor. Call me the crypto, the doctor factor here. Not medical advice, not crypto advice, not medical advice. I'm not a licensed professional. I'm not licensed in medicine or a professional, nor am I a crypto Well, I am a crypto expert, but I'm not a financial advisor. So let's have a look at the charts when it comes to Bitcoin here. Give me a second because I just messed everything up here. I've been away for a while. So this is the Bitcoin chart over here on the 4-hour. And as you can see, the factor line has given us this range from 71,800 down to about $60,000 psychological. And we actually talked about this range that's going to form before it even formed. And I was telling you that there was a buy signal here and here and here, but I was telling you to watch this for rejection right here at the top of this range. And I was insisting that 74K must break and hold for us to become bullish for a move all the way to the yellow line, or at least the top white line over here, which basically is the lower of the previous range and the top of the previous range over here. That was the bullish scenario. I was saying watch for rejection over here. As you can see, briefly went up, did not confirm, always wait for confirmation, and we start coming back down. Now the factor line is telling you we are now in a downtrend. I was also talking about the potential of going down. I was saying that this support level right here must hold. And if it doesn't, we're probably going to break the lower of this range. And this pretty much will tell us the direction of the market. If we go to the daily over here, we could probably see this a bit cleaner. And yes, as you can see, we came up, rejected, and we came down again. And I was saying that here is the bottom of the previous range over here, and until we get up above that, we're in danger zone, and 74K must break and become support for a chance to even meet this rejection area over here and possibly make it support. So that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. So we're still in the range, everybody getting excited when it pumps, everybody getting extremely paranoid scared when it dumps, but the bottom line is we're still in that range. And until that range breaks, we could be trading sideways, as I've been saying and as we've been doing ever since we called the temporary bottom at 60K psychological. We actually got in at 62K to play the range or for a good buying level and see if it breaks out with a very easy stop loss right under it. And that's what we're looking at right now. Now, that said, if you want to weigh probabilities objectively without being biased, we're going lower. There's a continuation of the trend. We cannot get above resistance. This is Bitcoin looking weak. It doesn't matter about the wars. When the war started, the prices pumped. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. The price can stay irrational more than you can stay solvent. Don't worry about the news. The price does its own thing. And and stock markets, and especially crypto, is not the economy. Okay? So it doesn't matter. Get rid of all noise and just look at the charts. Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. And right now we're in a range. Simply put. Now, altcoins are pretty much following Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, altcoins are pumping. When Bitcoin dumps, altcoins are dumping. And I've been telling you, altcoins are waiting for permission from Bitcoin. They want to pump, especially our narratives that we call perpetual dexes, X402, which is probably for the next cycle and so on. But it's waiting for permission from Bitcoin, and Bitcoin right now is looking weak. And yes, I know a lot of people think this is bullish, but it's not. We lost structure at $74,000. Anything under $74,000 is just a continuation of the bear market. We got out at 117 when that broke. We got out again after we got into the low hundreds when 109,000 can be broken, and we got out in the 90s expecting a downside to the low 80s. We actually went all the way to 74K, even lower, right? Sorry, 61K, even lower. But this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at. And look, it doesn't matter what your feelings are. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. The bottom conclusion is that we are in a bear market. Look, we have red altcoins because of Bitcoin. And yes, Bitcoin is holding up pretty well with whatever's going on in the world, but it does not matter. Yes, I get it. Bitcoin is holding strong, but we're in the bear market. So we have to be more bearish than bullish. Now, does that mean Bitcoin cannot pump? No, that does not mean that at all. There are bear market pumps. There are bear market pumps and rallies that can take you up pretty high, even close to the hundreds. And that's what we were hoping for. It doesn't look like we're getting there, at least not just yet. So 74K must break and hold for us to have any meaningful pump to the 80s, even hundreds for a dead cat bounce, but chances are we're going lower. Am I calling us to go lower? No. Am I calling us to go higher? No. I'm calling for the range, once it breaks and becomes support, to the upside, then I'm going to call higher probabilities. And once it breaks to the downside and makes that a resistance, I'm calling lower probabilities. Very simple. I know a lot of people, oh, you think it's going to go up or down. If you're stupid, that's what you're getting. I can't help you if you're retarded. I get a lot of people in the comment section, oh, we're going to go up or down. That's what you're saying. Look, I can't help you. Like, if you don't have a brain, I cannot help you. I can explain things to you. I can't understand them for you. We're looking at the range, okay? I made multiple videos about this. Now, that said, let's go to the chat, see if we have any questions before I go on. Because look, there's no point looking technical analysis on altcoins right now. They're following Bitcoin. And there's no point guessing what Bitcoin's going to do. It's going to do what it's going to do. Until it breaks that range, there's nothing to call. Okay? Somebody, I think, asked if they should be DSCAing right now. No, I don't think you should be DSCAing. I think DCAing. I think somebody just asked if you should be DCAing, meaning dollar cost averaging. My answer is no. You should be dollar swing averaging, DSAing, which is a term I coined, which is what we do on the factor line, is we buy the swings when it's down, when it makes sense. So what you're doing right now, you're doing nothing. You're sitting on your hands and you're taking positions whether it goes up or down as follows. If we go down and we break under 60K, you wait for the next bottom formation. Then you start buying. If we go up and we break 74K and make that support, then you are buying again, but now you have a clear stop loss underneath. And if it flies and you don't have enough time to buy, you're looking for lagging plays. Very simple. That's it. That's all you're doing here. It's all in my course up here. Invest, trade, and think like the crypto factor in details. Comes with the factor line, what I just showed you just now. To do your TA, it actually helps you trade like an investor, a swing trader, and helps you with psychology, but also gives you the factor line so you can learn TA. But that's another story, but that is what we're doing. Check that out if you want. It's also in the links down below. But that is the gist of it. That's it, pretty much. Now, we are sponsored by Elipal Wallet. Let me tell you why I'm talking about Elipal Wallet right now and why it's important in these times, because a lot of people don't understand this. And if it's your first or second bull market, you might not get this, because if it's your first, if it's your first bear market, you might not get this because it's your first bear market. But if it's your second bear market, you may have missed this. So you have to understand this. It's very important. We are at risky times right now. We are at risky times. And you have to understand a lot of things can go wrong with crypto exchanges. They can close, they can get hacked, they can become insolvent. A lot can happen in bear markets. There are shifts in bear markets. They could lock your assets so you can't buy or sell. They can freeze them, basically freeze your account with excuse or guise that we're checking because we're noticing weird whatever transaction, whatever they can come up with. They can lock your crypto. So you only want to keep on an exchange what you are trading. The rest should be in your own wallet, your own crypto wallet, like the Elipal crypto wallet. Yes, there are other wallets, but I am using for this year mostly the Elipal crypto wallet, because a lot can go wrong and you're gonna cry if you don't listen to me. You just are, because everyone thinks it can happen to everyone else until it happens to you. Do not keep crypto on an exchange unless you're actively trading, and even then you need a backup just in case it locks you out. Keep it in the crypto wallet. If it's long term, here, you have the Elipal Titan 2.0. Looks like a phone. It's actually a lot smaller than an iPhone. Look at that. Okay, and this is the Pro version, not the XL one. It's actually a lot smaller and lighter. And what it do is, you have the application, the LAPAL application on your phone, and in order to send crypto, you have to scan the QR code on your phone and vice versa. It holds various cryptocurrencies. It's one of the best wallets. It's air-gapped, and this will keep your crypto safe as long as you follow, basic. What's wrong with me? I can't articulate myself. Basically, not being an idiot. If you're not an idiot, you're going to be fine. No one's going to get your crypto. Just follow protocols, right? And if you're traveling like I just did to Romania and you have to have your crypto with you, use something like the LAPAL X card. Same exact philosophy, but you have to scan the card with an NPC code to get your crypto out, otherwise no one can get your crypto out. And you actually make your own private key by inserting into this thingamajiggy, and you create your own private keys. You could write it down, spell it, whatever, and then if you lose this, you have your private key written down. And that's how you protect your crypto. It's extremely important right now. So much is going on with regulations, this, that. Get your crypto off exchanges. Shit goes bad in bear markets. People don't understand this. Large banks closed down. 7 large banks closed down not too long ago. You think that can't happen to crypto exchanges? It's happened to crypto exchanges many, many times, right? There's problems with Mexia here right now. Mt. Gox happened in the past. Shit goes wrong, especially in bear markets. And even if it doesn't, a lot of times you can't get your crypto out fast enough. You can't do this, you can't do that. Keep it in a wallet, have a number of exchanges ready. That's the best advice I can give you. Let me drink some soda water and look at your questions real quick. And look, if you don't like LAPAL for whatever reason, maybe you don't like LAPAL, that's fine. Get yourself a crypto wallet. As a matter of fact, go to cryptowalletpicker.com. Let me give you some alpha here. Go to cryptowalletpicker.com, and on this site over here, you can find the best hardware wallet for you. So basically, you answer a few questions over here that suit you. What's your top priority, balance, just the questions asked, and just answer them over here. And what it will do is, it will show you the best wallet for you. In this instant, it was a Tangent wallet. And you can compare, look at prices, and so on. Everything is here at cryptowalletpicker.com. I said it wrong before. Look down below in the description to find it. Go to my website, you'll find it. But you can also see my recommended, this is my site. I did build this site, by the way. But you can see my recommended wallets by the Crypto Factor, what I use over here, a video why. But it's unbiased because there's an app that does it for you. So check this out. You can also find it at cryptofactor.net in recommended tools over here, right here, Crypto Wallet Picker right here. So cryptowalletpicker.com or go to cryptofactor.net. Get yourself a hardware wallet. Now, let's have a look at your questions over here, and I'll tell you what it was like in Romania in just 1 second, if we have any questions, and then I'll continue. So, my future looks like, okay, bullish. What are my thoughts? Generally speaking, I think the bottom will come in 2026. That said, we could still go into recession, even depression. And yes, that will be a major buying opportunity. But generally speaking, I am bearish for 2026 because that's basically what happens in the bear market. We're usually in the bear market for about a year. And like I was saying about the cycle, the 4-year cycle, I'm going by the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. Everyone was talking about business cycles, extended cycles, super cycles, this cycle, that cycle, your mother's cycle, doesn't matter. We stick to the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise, and we play the ranges so we benefit whether it goes up or down. We don't care. That's what we do here at the Crypto Factor. So For me, we are in a bear market. I believe the bear market's going to go till the end of the year, but we will get a bottom and we will possibly have some sort of insight where that is around the summertime or maybe early September. Let's see what happens. It's too early to give a call right now. I will tell you that I'm expecting a bottom if things play out about $40,000 to $50,000, but usually Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin wrecks everybody, amateurs and pros alike. So we have to find that sweet spot that everybody gets wrecked. But it's a bit too early to call. I'm expecting 40 to 50K. Don't be surprised if we go down to 28K or 30K, but it's a really fast wick. Or if we don't even get down that far. That's why you want to SA, not dollar, not DCA, but DSA, and your next buying target is in the low 50s if you've already bought at the low 60s. So if you bought at the low 60s, you have a stop loss before, right under if you're trading, but if you're holding and your dollar cost averaging, if you want to say it easier, your next buying are down at the low 50s, if that makes sense. 54K, 52K, around that level. Off of my head, because obviously TA, and when the time comes, things can change, but that is the rule of the thumb, if that makes sense. Why aren't buyers moving the price up, asks Mo. Very simple, because there's more sellers than buyers. There are more sellers than buyers. That's basically what drives the price down. If there's more buyers than sellers, the price goes up. If there's more sellers than buyers, the price goes down. Now you might ask, Paul, but what about these countries that are buying Bitcoin? What about these institutions? Well, that's OTC. If they're buying, it's not shown. See, if you OTC, if you over-the-counter buy or sell, that doesn't affect the price in the short term. It affects it later on. And don't be surprised if they may be selling on market to drive the price down while they're buying OTC. This is why you can't rely on news and you can't trade the news. There's news for the masses and news for the classes. We only get the news for the masses, so our best bet is the charts. That's it. That's basically it. So you don't want to be trading off news. And you have to keep this in mind. You have to keep this in mind. But right now, price is weak. Bitcoin is weak. Yes, we can have a rally, whatever, that cat bounce, but generally speaking, we are weak, and until it breaks 74K, we're going to stay weak. Now, at some point, when 60K came in the bottom, we bought at 62K, we put a stop loss underneath if you're trading, or a mental stop loss if you're buying. I said that we might get a rally to the 80s or even $100,000 level. And then we can reevaluate. The problem is it got rejected, didn't have volume and momentum like I've been talking about. So that just means we are still weak until, and that's it. That's basically the gist of it. That's it. Very simple stuff. So until we break 74K and make it support, we're not looking. Now, if we go down to the 50K level and we start coming up, maybe that 74K becomes lower and we're looking at a lower point, like 60K psychological. But we'll talk about that when the time comes. Let me drink some more water. Adewale, oh, what's up, man? The legend, when are you coming to the UK? We are waiting for Bitcoin bottom. Am I only interested in Solano? What price can I DCA? You're watching Bitcoin to verify a bottom, then you're buying altcoins no matter what they are in general, unless you want to buy on the way down, like I've been talking about in other words, videos, and that does include Solana. So right now we're just looking at Bitcoin, we're pricing Bitcoin, and if once we get that bottom, we can start accumulating altcoins. Why? A lot of people think that the best time to buy is in the bear market. It's not. It's actually the worst time to buy in the bear market. You have to know exactly what you're doing, unless it's Bitcoin, and there's even a strategy for that, and I'll tell you why. Bear markets can be gruesome. Projects can close, they can fold, They can fail. A lot of shit can happen in bear markets. Plus, you don't know what's going to be the next trend. You don't know what people are building, which ones are not building. Project, sorry, and you don't know what the next narrative is going to be 100%. So you have to wait until you're coming out of a bear market. And once you're coming out of a bear market, usually when Bitcoin bottoms, you can see who's still building, what price action goes up first, what narratives are in play, and so on. Otherwise, you're buying shit, you're locking up your money, and you have opportunity cost to worry about. What is opportunity cost? If you lock up your money over here and it's locked here, you don't have over here. You're not liquid to buy over here. So you're locked over here in XRP, for example. Something else like Solana is going up, but you're locked over here. You're gonna have to sell at a loss, or you don't. Oh, Solana's going up. I'm not gonna buy now because it's going up. I'll just hold on to XRP, and you get wrecked. That's what happened to the XRP army in the last bull market, which I was talking about and calling for, and it happened. And that's what you want to look out for. So you have to be very careful. So chart Bitcoin. Don't worry about altcoins right now, unless you know what you're doing. We talked about this in videos. You can see my previous videos. I talk about this, but yeah, pretty much that's what you're looking at. I'm looking to DCA down my price on Virtuals protocol. At what price should I DCA? Look, Virtuals is interesting because it's also an X402 play. And if you don't know what X402 is, go check out my videos. Go to recent videos. You'll see some videos about that, a couple of videos about that. I believe it's going to be one of the next narratives that's going to drive the crypto markets up. So check that out. As a matter of fact, let me just show you real quick. If you come to my channel over here, you will see, look, X402 and these 2026 altcoin narratives could 30x. Watch this video over here and also this video over here, if that makes sense. That will help you out on what that is. But generally speaking, if you want to DCA on Virtuals, just be careful. I would convert from other projects into Virtuals, but I wouldn't DCA into it just yet for the same reason I gave Adewale Seriki earlier on, for the same exact reason. So be very, very careful with that. Always the best alpha. Thank you so much. Oh, so right. But yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. Now, I just came back from Romania. So while you guys ask questions in the chat, because if you don't ask questions, I have nothing to talk about, because these live streams are all about answering your questions. There's no questions, no live stream. So make sure you put questions in the chat so I can answer them. But until then, until you do, if you do, let me show you what I did, or talk about what I did in Romania, because I just got back from Romania. And from Crypto Expo Europe. So I got back. You can actually see my blog here at cryptofactor.net. If you go to cryptofactor.net and just go to articles, you can find this. But you can see me covering Crypto Expo Europe in 2026. This is last year's coverage, but right here is this year's coverage. It's an interesting video. You'll like it. It's edited in a way that actually makes it very interesting. So watch this video here, but you could also read about it if you feel reading about it is better for you. I've talked to a lot of people here. I give advice on what to do in the bear market. I talked to the CMO of BitKit over here. Very, very good interview. Also in my videos on YouTube, right here as well. And of course about BitKit over here. And AI made me 70 years old over here. That's what I'm gonna look like, but whatever it is. I don't use AI. Someone made this for me, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. But check it out. And I also talked about my stay at the Radisson Blu. This is my favorite hotel in the Radisson Blu. This is my suite over here. I had a great time. I talk about the restaurants and I talk about Romania over here. So check that out. Plus, if you check out articles on cryptofactor.net, you might get some really, really cool alpha. So with that said, let's see if we have any more questions over here. Do I recommend to sell your Medicaid? I was recommended to sell your Medicaid so long ago. Like right now, I can't give you advice. I mean, I was telling everybody I got out of Medicaid last year. I mean, come on, man. You're putting me in a position. Right now, I don't know. I'm not even going to look at Medicaid. Because I was telling everyone to sell. I was telling everyone to get out of altcoins, especially coins like Medicaid. Sorry, man. Anyway, now here's something interesting that's happening with Dubai right now. Since no one asked about it, why not? Let's talk about Dubai. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. And I don't know if this will affect markets. If we go into depression, recession, obviously it's going to affect markets. But you have to understand that a lot's going on right now. And the truth is, everyone's pretending to do everything. How can I put this? Everyone's doing what's right for them. But most governments, I'm not talking about Dubai here, they're pretty evil, or at least think about themselves. So a lot of people are wondering why Iran is bombing neighboring countries, Muslim countries, right now, even though their fight is with America and Israel. And you have to understand, especially Dubai. Dubai didn't do anything, right? Dubai just sitting there making money, minding their own business, and they're just bombing the shit out of Dubai, which I really don't like that, because Dubai didn't do shit, or at least not as much as other countries, right? So why bomb Dubai? And by the way, I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to Dubai in April. Hopefully, Token 2049 is going to take place and X Plan, because I'm going to be at those events. And I want to get to, I actually have my tickets, I have my hotel and everything, and no, I'm not going to not go because of what's happening. Obviously, I'll go, all right? Unless it really escalates, which I don't think so. I think things are going to be well by then, or hopefully they'll be okay by then, but we'll see. But you have to understand what Iran is doing right now, because Iran is being very strategic. What they're trying to do is not fight America or Israel head to head, because they're going to lose, obviously. What they're doing is they're playing against the economy. They're bombing AWS centers and so on because of AI. America's using AI to attack Iran, by the way. They're using it to help strategize and so on. A lot's going on with AI. And what they're doing is they're using cheap missiles. Everyone's using expensive equipment to stop them. And what they're trying to actually encourage is economic collapse. Because if that happens, and there's uncertainty, and the world takes a hit, then that might force America to negotiate for peace. But if they go head to head with America, they're not going to win. They know that. So they're playing every card they can. And that's why they're attacking neighboring countries. Because I hear everyone, why are they attacking the UAE? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Well, they're doing it because they're playing it smart. And a lot of people saying, okay, they're stupid because they're attacking everybody and everyone's against them. They're hoping they can play offensive defense until other people are being, how can I put this? It's like the markets. It's exactly like the markets. The market is being irrational until you can become insolvent. And that's what happens with Bitcoin, with crypto, in all markets. That's exactly the game they're playing. Now, is it right? Is it wrong? Let's not talk about that. Obviously, I'm against that. I am with the people of Iran. I lived in Iran. I worked in Iran. And yes, it's true. They say 80% of the Iranian people don't want their regime. It's very true. At least that was my experience there. Do I agree with how everyone's handling it? There's three sides to the coin. There's the heads, the tails, and the edge. You have to be able to stand on the edge and look at all three sides. And unfortunately, I can't do that because pretty much no one can, because we're not in their own heads. But if you're asking me if Iran government is evil, yes. Is the US government evil? Probably yes. Everyone's looking at their own thing. So let me give you an example why I'm saying that. Because I'm not saying that America is evil as a whole. I'm just saying that a lot meets the eye here. For example, we're all against CBDCs, right? When it comes to crypto, because we know what that means. So we know that America is against that, and that's one of the initial reasons I was siding with America, with Trump, because he was anti-CBDC. But BlackRock says he wants to tokenize everything, including money. And it's another form of a CBDC. It's just a double bluff screen, a smoke screen, as a friend of mine used to say. So they're all going into that direction. The world is an evil place. The Antichrist is everywhere. And that's where we're going. That is where we're going. So even someone being good can actually be bad, and vice versa. So Iran's bad, America's bad, the whole world is bad pretty much. And yes, there are lesser bads, lesser evils, and some people are getting brainwashed to play the big scheme of things, but generally speaking, everyone's shit, right? So this is the issue here. At least Dubai takes care of its citizens, cares about their citizens. And no, I'm not a paid shill, by the way. Unfortunately, I would gladly accept that. But that's basically what's going on. So there are the leaders, the big countries, that are probably following the Antichrist's plan, and everybody else is following either knowingly or unknowingly. And I'm sorry, but that's the way shit is. Now, will it happen in our lifetimes or not? I don't know. I have a very great suspicion that AI is actually giving birth to the Antichrist, because think about it, right? It's AI. If it starts becoming conscious, actually thinking, it can play an antichristial God sort of figure and be the actual Antichrist, or be birthed from it. It might be Satan actually moving things around and giving us this tech and helping us discover it very quickly. That's why everything's going quickly, and it might be taking us to that direction. I'm just saying, right? I'm not Muslim, by the way. I'm Christian. I'm Greek Orthodox, if everybody's asking. I respect all religions, but I'm Greek Orthodox. And that's what I'm looking at. So a lot of shit's going on. The only thing I know, and I believe this is in all religions, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, that with enough faith and pray, you can actually change prophecies. It's been known to happen throughout the Bible. And I don't want to start preaching here, but there is always a little hope. Always just a little hope. But think about it. The world is going to shit. You have whatever's going on the island. You have fucking men dressing up as puppies, having sex with children with shit. You have everything's going to hell. Well, maybe things are speeding up because of that. And maybe we should start, whatever religion you are, maybe we should start repenting and actually praying and actually doing good. Because these people up there, or whatever they are, I don't know. It's not a good look. Anyway, that's what we're seeing. Things are shit, and that's my view. Let's have a look if we have any questions right now, because I just opened up different subjects here. Crypto, non-crypto, prophecy, this, that. So let's talk about it, because I don't want to talk too much. I want to see what people are interested in actually talking about. So let's have a bit of a debate here, okay? So let's see what we have in the chat here. Again, you can ask me anything you want, no matter what. After the war, temporary pump, or can it prolong to a pump until summer? We might have a temporary pump, but you have to keep in mind that we are in a bear market, whether it's the war or not. Chances are bull market will be in 2027, the bottom will be in 2026. But when I say the bottom will be in 2026, you can always stay down there for a while. So just be very careful. I think Iran wants the price if things to go up. Not sure exactly what you're saying, Henry. I think I understand what you're saying, but maybe I'm reading it wrong. I think Iran wants the price if things to go. I don't understand exactly what you mean. You need to articulate a little bit better. B-Germ, my man. Hey, Paul. What importance do you put behind altcoins and partnerships? H-bar, nothing, zero, zilch. It doesn't matter. Price over everything. Technical analysis, ranges, and breaking. All these partnerships, it's been proven since 2017, it does not matter. In a bear market, bullish news won't pump it. In a bull market, bearish news won't pump it. It's all about price, all about greed, all about FOMO. That's it. Prices in any markets, whether it's stocks, crypto, whatever, is supply and demand, period. Look at price, nothing else matters. In a bull market, it will help, people will buy it, whatever, yes, but that's about it. Look at meme coins. They have, do they have partnerships, this, that, but they made some of the biggest gains and the biggest losses. So it does not matter. Higher oil. Yeah, higher oil, higher costs. Very, very true. Very, very true. So do you get into oil? Do we buy oil? I was thinking about it. I didn't do it. Unfortunately, I was on a trip. I was in Romania, this, that. Not being exclusive here, but I did talk about it. Did I get into it? No. Would you get into it now? Possibly. I mean, if they keep the Strait of Hormuz closed for a while, prices could go up to $140, $150. That would be a double top, very common in markets. And if that breaks and becomes support, could it go up to $180, $200? Very possible. Hard, but not impossible. So buying gold now, taking profits around the all-time highs, yes, and then buy again over all-time highs with stop loss underneath, yes, that is a play here. That's what I would do. As a matter of fact, I transferred some crypto to my BitGet wallet, and there you can actually bet on oil, gold, and so on. Let me just give you guys the link for that real quick, if you're interested. You'll also help this channel out. And to find the link, just go to cryptofactor.net. Recommended tools. And if you scroll down, BitGet wallet right here. So you click BitGet wallet and it will take you to the BitGet wallet. But yes, I would really appreciate, and this is not blocked because of phishing, it's just, this is a false positive, it's happened many times, but generally speaking, BitGet wallet over here. Okay, so right over here, where was it? Right here. Okay, so cryptofactor.net tools, and then if you want to support, you can click over here, or just go straight to BitGet wallet if you don't want to support the channel. That's absolutely fine. Sell them the oil. That's what you meant. Got you. They won't be able to sell oil if they go into war with every single country around the world. Maybe China and Russia. So no to AI narrative. No, the AI narrative is here. It just won't happen. It will either happen now during a pump or in the next bull market. So exactly what I said, just it might not, it will either happen with a dead cat bounce or it will happen in the next cycle, right? If that makes sense. But look at X402 and look at perpetual dexes along with AI. Glad to know you're a believer, brother. Yes, sir. Exactly as you said, economic pain around the world, so we are ease up and yeah, it may be very possible. BJM, if the floor is open for anything, how long could it take for AI to really, oh, wait. Take for AI to really start laying off people. It's happening right now in terms of robots as well. Well, it's happening right now. I was served coffee by a robot in Dubai, and I saw somebody the other day being served by one in Cyprus. Like I saw it on the video, obviously. So it's happening right now. A lot of people are getting fired. So here's what AI is going to do. All right, so you can understand, in my opinion. Number one, low-tier jobs like assistants, research, this, that, they're all going to get fired. They're all going to get upgraded, or they're going to get fired or learn how to use AI agents. Okay? This is because AI agents can do it faster, better, cheaper than you, 24 hours around the clock and not complain. And yes, it might not be perfect, but most people aren't perfect either. There's a learning curve. They quit, they get fired, they get sick, this, that. I prefer to take my chances with AI. That's how every business owner thinks. So all those low secretarial jobs, this, that, marketing outcallers, they're all going to get fired. So you have to become very good at your job and have AI working for you, or you're going to be working for AI, which is ironic I'm saying that because AI actually put out a website and actually was hiring humans to do jobs they couldn't do because they didn't have a body, which is really funny. So you're either working for AI or you have AI working for you, okay? So It's not going to end everything, but the bar is going to be significantly raised. Then, everybody that's using AI, most people are going to be using AI like shit, so you have to learn AI to do it well, because it's going to be exactly the same with YouTube, crypto, and everything. People come into crypto, but they don't learn, they don't do technical analysis, they don't take courses, and they go by luck and they lose their shit. Then you have people that do the crypto factor course. For example, the crypto factor course have the factor line learn technical analysis and actually have an advantage in crypto. They have an AI coach in there and everything. So those people make money because they are working on higher levels, but most people are down here. Same things with jobs. So people are going to use AI, but then you're going to have people that really use AI. So my advice is learn and use AI, but become an expert at it, or at least go to the top, because most people are going to use AI for search or shopping. Then you're going to have people that are going to use AI, but they're going to be average, like the people getting into crypto or working in crypto or working in YouTube or whatever YouTubers, the average ones that never take off. So the bar is being raised, but you still have a chance to come up here and make amazing life-changing income and change your life. And you have more ways to do it. It's just that you have to be one of the first people that actually do it properly, if that makes sense, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm pivoting into AI right now. I'm pivoting into AI. I have, if you search my name, Paul Democritou, let me just spell it out for you. You will find projects, AI Crypto Suite, my other website, YouTube channel. You'll see I'm actually pivoting into AI, and so should you. And I'm actually combining AI with crypto. That's why I have AI Crypto Tools, AICryptoSuite.com. Again, you can go to cryptofactor.net and go to right at the top here, recommended tools. Look, these are AI Crypto Tools right here. Okay, and I actually have a whole website at AICryptoTools.com. AICryptoSuite.com. So if you come over here, AICryptoSuite.com, you'll see AI Crypto Tools that I've built for the community. As a matter of fact, Crypto Wallet Picker is AI. It runs with AI. So I'm pivoting already, just like I pivoted into crypto in 2017. I'm pivoting into AI, and you should be also pivoting into AI, or to say it better, get into AI and crypto and get that combination, if that makes sense. Henry says AI still takes info from the web, so most of the info will still be hours or days old, depending on the research. No, AI can think. Yes, they get information from the web, or information that you feed it if you want to close it off from the web, but it can actually think. And we can get into a debate on what's thinking and everything, but it can actually think for you and help you. Right? So it can make you a website. It can advise you how. I'm using it all the time. It can make you days and weeks of work in hours, in minutes. And this helps, but you need to know how to use it. Not like ChatGPT search. Learn how to make AI agents specific in ChatGPT to get the results you want. Does that make sense? You have to learn that. My other channel, Paul Democritou on YouTube, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start making videos about this to help you do this, because if you don't do this, if you don't understand this, it's crazy. But no, it's not just about what it takes from webs. They can actually look at everything and actually think and give you, but you have to know how to prompt. You have to know how to prompt it properly. Otherwise, you're going to get generic results. That is very true. And most people, that's what they do. You have to do AI and drone flying, for instance. These are now college degrees. You have drone taxis in Dubai right now. Well, right now, probably because of what's going on, they probably don't fly that much. But you actually have the first drone taxis. You can take a taxi and fly somewhere in Dubai. It's in the testing phase or something, few flights. But yeah, you have to take, you can take college degrees, but you can also take seminars and learn. Listen, I never finished high school. But I'm speaking at crypto events. I'm a leader in the space because I learned it, and it doesn't matter. Papers, certificates don't matter no more. Yes, you can get it if you want to work for a company, but if you know your shit and you can build tools like my CV. Sales and marketing, I throw 2 books on the table. That's my CV. Check it out, see if you want. Crypto marketing, throw 2 books on the table. There you go. Crypto marketing playbook, I wrote that. Crypto marketing essentials. There you go. Read it. If you want me to implement it, go ahead. This is your CV. Now, back then it was books, now it's apps. What about AI? AICryptoSuite.com. Go ahead. It's all built with AI. All the sites and apps on there and tools are built with AI by me. That's my CV. What certificate? Who gives a shit? You just have real proof. Does that make sense? And if they don't hire you, no problem, because if you know what I know, you can work for yourself like I do. So it doesn't really matter. You can work for someone who work for yourself. It's up to you. It depends on your preference. Some people are entrepreneurs. Some people are intrapreneurs. Intrapreneurs have an entrepreneurial mindset, but work for companies. They're your next CEOs and so on, can make more than an entrepreneur. Cool, I gotta look at videos for yeah, look it up, man. Search Dubai drone taxes or flying taxes, you'll see them. But yeah, that's the future. So learn AI. Well, first of all, get your crypto wallet. Go to cryptowalletpicker.com and choose a crypto wallet to keep your cryptos safe. Then check out cryptofactor.net tools and check out these AI tools. They'll help you too. Look, ismycoindead.com, TA reality check, coin scan, crypto wallet, they'll help you as well, right? Check them out. See what I'm about if you can be bothered. And yeah, that's about it. Remember, this video is sponsored by Elipa. The link is right here. Check it out, or go to Crypto Wallet Picker. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, good luck, and keep succeeding.